Before this video begins, I'd just like to give a huge thank you to Tribal Typhoon, Dante Demonic and Skyhawkings, the patrons and donators of this channel. Your support is helping towards this channel's dream and has made this video possible. Thank you. Welcome to Shadowstar. I'm Captain Ri'shad, aka the Renegade, and this is the Starship visual review video. If you're here for stats, that is linked in the description and at the end of this video for you. In this video, we will be taking a distinctive in-depth look at the visual design of this new Starship, the Shenzhou Class legendary Walker light battlecruiser. A beautifully powerful ship, which when we originally got the Shenzhou Class, the TMP era version of the Walker class, I absolutely loved that. The TMP era is probably one of my favourite ships, and as a person who doesn't like the Centaur class, hands up right now, I do not like the Centaur class. Mostly because of the way it was implemented and the way it was done. When I saw the Shenzhou class, that to me is how it should have been in DS9 and how this ship should have been introduced and implemented. So I'm glad to see it works pretty damn well here with the Shenzhou, and now we have the Shenzhou, the STO period counterpart. Well, let's just say a little bit late considering all other Discovery ships immediately became STO time era ships. But I'm not going to complain because it feels like they've left the best till last. We're going to start off now with the customization before we take a detailed look at her, well, structural design. So kicking straight into it, allow me to introduce to you the first of the structural templates that you have, which is the Walker class as seen in Star Trek Discovery and is the USS Shenzhou herself technically. A wonderful design in my opinion. I know a lot of people compare her to the Shepard class, basically because they look very similar, but to me, no, not that similar. So let's be fair on that one. Even though that looks bloody awesome, and personally, would have loved to have seen the Walker class done this way round, but that's just me. I've always loved high nacelles. Kinda glad though it was upside down, because then we got the Shenzhou class, the TMP era that I've just mentioned, and this thing is armed, like mentally armed. How many mega phases? 4 forward mega phases, 4 aft mega phases, blooming 6 rear torpedo launchers, photon torpedo launchers, 4 forward photon torpedo launchers. This thing is just insanely armed, and this isn't even accounting for the ball turret positions. Or the ball phaser emitters, sorry. This thing's through the roof. 5 on the lower forward, 1 back here. There's 1 of each weapon emplacement. Upper side does the exact same thing. This thing is mental. And I absolutely adored the back of the ship's design. This is why I feel like this is how the Centaur should have been done. It's got a proper underside chassis. It keeps the roll bar, the Miranda, which would have been an obvious evolution thing to keep for such a ship. And the build up on the saucer is just more integrated and feels more realistic. But now we have the Shenzhou class. Oh, look at her. Great, great design. Takes the bit of the overkill of the Shenzhou, removes it back. Also implements element designs from other ships that they've already given us to utilize in an intelligent manner. Kind of wish now that we had these mega phaser emitters that this ship has on the the Gagarin class, just because that would have been fitting to have, really. But it's all done beautifully. We'll look at that really in depth because, oh, this is my first visual review, which I'm going to do this with. Get ready, this is going to be the best visual review I've done yet. We also have the interior of the Walker, which is great considering where the bridge is. All other bridges are still available for Federation, of course. Window type, which includes the Walker window type, which I think is an excellent one to have on the ship, just because it panel matches. So no matter what hull you're using, the actual escape pods will panel match to the ship and fit quite well on it, whereas you may have seen other panels stand out like a sore blasted thumb. Yes, I'm looking at you, Type 6. We have all the main hull types, including some of the specialists, but we also have the addition of the discovery hulls still there. Personal favourite one is the Type 1. Type 5, I've heard a few people like it, it's not so keen with me, mostly because we can really outmatch this and throw in Defiant, which just looks so much better than the Discovery era Type 5. Galaxy, which looks absolutely good in this ship. Intrepid, kind of my least favourite of the looks. NX and NX refit. Personally speaking, I love the NX hull types, I always will. Sovereign and Sovereign refit, my personal favourite on this ship, if I'm honest. I think this one looks the absolute best out of all designs you can have. And of course, you have your templates allowed and the ability, much like with the original Giorgio Tier 6, you also have the ability to swap out the saucer, struts, pylons and the sails. This could lead to some very, very interesting looks, I have to say. Not entirely sure it all fits quite well. Then again, other bits work a lot better than you might think. Personally, I did find it kind of funny. Where was it? Ah, there we go. Hang on. I've just found it. Just found what I'm looking for. God, this looked absolutely brilliant to me when I initially did it. There we go. Ship's gone mad. Oh, careful which pylon you pick in the middle. There you go, it's a few less weapons for you. Make it nice and soft. You could get some really interesting template looks. But, like I said, we're going to take a good look at this ship, so let's have a really good look at this ship. So now let's take a... Hang on, let me just correct this. There we go. Okay, it's not quite right. That'll do me just fine. Right, render scale 2. Let's have a good in-depth look at the detailing of this ship. Oh yes, that's right. We're going to take a look at the ship this time with demo record, something I've never done before. Because guys, this is probably one of the happiest ships for me in a while. And I feel like we need to take a proper deep dive look at her. So, get that playing, let's get looking. Oh, and I guess I'll put the transparency on there just so it doesn't bother you guys too much. Okay then, so we have the latest iteration of Walker class, which, as I said on the last view, was extremely heavily armed. Now this one is pretty damn well armed herself. I think we'll start straight away with her weapons, just because, damn, there's a few here. When you look at her from the upper side, you'll notice that she has one weapons grid right along the middle there, just behind the deflector. Normally there's a weapons about this point anyway, just look at the Galaxy class and you'll find one there. Whoops, head towards the back of the ship and you'll see two more there, so that's 3 on the central upper. On each pylon there is one on the upper side. Kind of hoping there's none on the actual nacelles, which to be fair it looks like there isn't, so that's not a bad thing. So that makes 5 upper strips at the moment. 5, yeah, okay. 2 major strips at the front, which are oh so gloriously big and powerful, and I imagine I've got a few emitters on them rather than just one. Meaning this ship, the upper side of this ship on our own, 7 beam strips, gives it a lot of potential there. I even blast it, 3 of them in the forward section, and 2 of them are quite large. 4 at the rear. Yeah, she's looking tough. Go to our underside, and we're looking at, again, 2 large strips at the front. one at the forward nose in front of the bridge, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Hang on a sec. Give me my mouse. Yep, one here at the front, in front of the bridge. You've then got at the back of the ship another 2 strips, so this makes 5 on the underside so far that I can see. Now, I'm pretty sure there is actually another 2, but I can't remember where they were again. God, you've got to love it when you do this. Like, you know there's some strips there, but you're missing them. Oh, no, it was 1 right in the very tail. There it is. Hi! So, 6 on the underside. 3 aft, 3 forwards. You can't really complain with that, can you? I mean, that's a lot of firepower just in strips alone. Now, note, it's gone from having 4 mega phasers forward and aft to having only 2. I'm not sure how to describe these versions of the mega phasers. You can tell that they are sort of still acting as a weapons module. There is no rear emitter that I can tell, unless you're going to tell me that those are torpedo tubes, which I'm not going to agree with, only on the fact that they're not lit up red. If they're lit up red, I'll call them torpedo tubes. Otherwise, yeah. They could have a purpose. There might be a sentry node to them or something. We'll see. But if you move around to the front of the ship and have a look nicely at this, I mean, yeah, we need to get up close to this. Just take a look at that. So, you've got essentially a reinforced chamber unit that has got a high amount of power output in that blue glowing element area. So I reckon that is the mega phaser there, and it's a new variant of mega phaser which is actually a form of emitter strip, so it can directly fire happily past the nacelle. It's not in line with it. And I believe that what you're seeing underneath is actually the targeting sensors. So they're not actually weapon emitters or anything like that. They're just there to actually directly lock the target and focus the impact area to get as much damage out of these weapons as possible. Because by this period, mega phases have got to be insane in power. It'd probably be safer to say that these are mini locusts or mini lances rather than mega phases at this point. We also have, quite brilliantly here, this is why I'm using this mode, to take a better look. Look at the detailing there on the torpedo chamber itself, the torpedo launchers. It's embedded in. You've got the 2 targeting sensors either side of it, and then what looks like 3 fucking tubes per main tube. So you've actually got 2 tubes in technical sense, but 3 launch points. So these are actually enlarged tubes with 3 launchers built into each. It's like a rapid fire tube, firing one after the other. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we know how they fire spreads. I do actually applaud one big thing about this though. That is the only torpedo launcher there. Go to the aft and there's no torpedo launcher. You've got instead, oops, bring me down a little bit, this hangar bay. And I'm going to applaud the hangar bay there, having the hangar bay, just purely because that's a lot of smart thinking. There's not many ways into this section of the ship. So, in essence, they needed to think this one through. These struts here are far too narrow for a turbo lift. Yes, you could probably have access there, running through Jerfface tubes, climbing down the Jerfface tubes back across. That's kind of awkward though. So I imagine you've got a transporter room in there. You'll have a transporter room at some point in there. Because you can see they've also got escape pods. Actually, ironically, on the upper side you've got some escape pods. So you've got escape pods for this section. So it would make sense to have a transporter room there. Probably the central chamber, to be honest. And then also have the hangar bay below, which is just utilising the ability to bring forth parts to that section a little bit quicker. You'd also probably be able to find that it could probably extend some variant of tube up to the upper section for a turbo lift if necessary. This is how I believe it works. You've got Jerfface tubes, and then to get into there primarily you have quarters anything necessary for the people that have to work in this section for extended periods. And you also have the shuttle bay that takes people to and from upper and lower. Now the things I really want to go on to before we continue with the shuttle bay aspect is actually the elements of the ship that have been taken from other ships. I'm going to be happy to comment on this quite a lot from this point forwards, because almost everything outside of that roll bar segment is taken from either the Gagarin or the Baran. First of all, whoops, if I can get myself around, you've got the fin design here. Nice little fin design that comes from the Gagarin. And in case you didn't notice, looking at the actual emitter, if you flip that upside down, you may recognize that it's using the same shape design as the fins are on the Shepherd class. Not the Shepherd. Yeah, the Gagarin, not the Shepherd, but the Gagarin itself. Then they've just added a few extra details to make it look like a weapons node, which again is great. And two, I wish I'd update the Gagarin now to have this equipped to it, because it makes sense for the Gagarin to have it. Now, whoop, beam me up here, and before we go up even further, we're going to squeeze our way into here because I want to look at this. Thing I do like is the detailing they've added into this upper section, just to have a good look at it. You've got these 4 hatches, technically 8, 4 on either side, that show that there is a lot of functioning use going on here. These are probably doors that hatch out so you can walk along the upper side if you need to do external repairs. Maybe the repair drones leave out of them to actually fix this upper section of the ship. It also gives me a little bit of additional belief that in some manner this whole lower section can be purged from the ship and launched away, which would make a lot of sense considering the amount of firepower that's in here. I also believe that what you're seeing here, these little vents things to the side, are actually parts of the storage chambers that actually hold all the armaments for this section and a lot of the materials. So basically the cargo racks. So back off, we're going to come around now, we're going to have a look at the nacelles. The nacelles that look really good flipped upside down, and I'm glad that they took the time to, while flipping them upside down, actually making sure the pennants in that was optimally put the correct way round. Why am I saying they've been flipped upside down? Well, the eagle view people, or perhaps huge fans of my personal favourite ship before this one, ships like the NX are often my favourite. The Shepherd class and the Gagarin are my favourites. This ship is using the Gagarin nacelles. I can give a lot of praise to that. So, Gagarin nacelles. It's annoying because it means that I'm probably going to be repeating myself a little bit here. But something I really do appreciate is the way that this nacelle is configured. I like how the warp coils are split. So you've actually got 4 sets of warp coils running in parallel. Technically, you could call it twin inline parallel warp coils. Twin warp coils working in parallel to each other. I love it. I'm almost like trying to give engine terms to this now. It's insane. The facades, of course, I've said this 100 times with these new design facades. They look absolutely gorgeous. I love this shield housing. I love the internal emitter inside that has a actually different hue glow to the actual shielding. And if you're looking at this on the high quality that you could possibly be watching this on, these facade collectors have actually got the cloudy graphics or design that you find on the nacelles of the Sovereign class, which absolutely looks gorgeous at this scale. This is half the reason why I'm going to start doing my visual reviews this way, is so that we can see these finer details. I mean, I could try and get as close as possible so you can see that. I do apologise if the render isn't showing it too well for you, but my word, does that look amazing. I love the way it's got that supercharger heading back, or it looks like, I'm going to call it a supercharger input for running power along the nacelle. Nice little vent on the lower side, upper side, now lower side. That looks beautiful in the nacelle's design. And just the whole flow of the nacelle gives it a fast, sleek, elegant feel to it. Yes, it's not the most powerful feeling, but God does it look like a proper design evolution from what we were going for. The struts setting up, I can't really comment too much on them, but they just look really nice to me and really form-fitting with the ship. As you get up to the upper section, again, we're looking now at Baran parts. Honestly, I love the 4 hatches they've got on the top here. I do feel like now that this is 100% where the engineering section is compartmentalized into. I know the hangar is right below it, but the hangar is there, and then I feel like engineering is working sort of slightly above it and then towards the front. So engineering is down here. I'm not entirely sure what I want to suggest ejects from here. Half of me just wants to go, it's like a new variant of torpedo launcher, but I feel like this has to have something to do with engineering. All I know is I just love the detailing. I would love to hear your theories of what you think it does. Me, I think they just look awesome. Come down here and you've got the torpedo launchers for the aft section, which is exactly the same as our forward torpedo launchers on the actual torpedo module, which looks great to me. You've again got the targeting sensors. These ones are probably less accurate than the ones below, because as you noticed, the one below had twin targeting sensors, where these ones have singular targeting sensors per launcher. But again, 3 launchers there, and actually, let's take note, they are 3 launchers of varying sizes, so you could say firing transphasic, quantums, and tricobalt device, or take your pick of what you might think it could be firing from each type. Personally, I like the hangar bay's design. I think that fits very beautifully in there. I love the patterns on it. Having the registry where it is and then the name of the ship where it is just really fits in and feels right for this hangar bay's design. I also like how it's holding on to the door manner, and they haven't gone for a force field type that Discovery has, which drives me nuts. It's something I'm disapproving of, but at the same time I understand, because these are huge anyway. Impulse array looks great. Looks absolutely beautiful. I'm just a little bit disappointed that they didn't play with it a little bit. Personally, I would have gone... It's gonna make some of you guys go, what? No, that's too much. But I would have put some impulse arrays down on the roll bar, just to give some extra feel of power has been added to the ship. They've gone for the utmost to give this ship as much acceleration and potential as possible. It's like BattleCruiser, it needs to be fast, along with powerful. But I guess these impulse arrays are so big, they do feel quite fast and powerful to begin with. So you can't diss them too much. The fins are back. It's probably the only thing I really want to go could have been done with being removed, but yeah. Moving towards the forward saucer. Now the saucer is where I really love this ship. I mean, I really do like the Shepard class design. But the Baran's saucer, oh my word, that thing is on some other level for me. The fact that they've gone with the Baran saucer with this build is just, thank you. That deflector system is my favourite ever seen in STO. I want to see this deflector system more. It feels so high-tech, so new. I would have appreciated seeing this kind of deflector system in the new Discovery Season 3. It's just beautifully perfect. I love the fact that they've put it on top. They've kept with the Walker design aesthetic. They were kind of reversing it on the Giorgio. On the Giorgio, the bridge went back to the top of the ship, and the deflector was put on the very front of the saucer. On this one, they've put it back. It's not the front where it is on the Walker class, but it is on the upper side, centralized, ironically, and just really feels good with that flow. I absolutely adore the designs around it as well. The fact that you've got this grey metallic pattern that's coming down the side is my favourite detailing on the main saucer, along with the actual fork split that you've got at the front, which gives the ship a little bit of aggressive feel, at the same time a fast feel. It feels like high tech still. Very nice touch to the ship. And just the whole smoothness over the top. That's the bit I like the most, just how smooth it feels going over this top and the high-tech feel to the ship. Really, when it comes to upgrading the USS Ptolemaeus, I'm almost hoping everyone just goes, just refit it. Just refit it to the legendary. What the rest? Because this is such a nice starship design. Right. Down towards the bottom. This bit, this entertained me. Because on the Baran, the deflector is actually underneath. It is around about the spot of this, and it actually has, sorry, on the Shepherd, should I say. On the Shepherd, they have, yeah, the Shepherd class has the deflector underneath, just at the end of this cylinder that you can see here, before where the bridge is. It's a nice cylinder. I love this, because before I referred to this as basically a reinforced system for the actual deflector system. Obviously, it's not here, so what it's going to be on this ship, Lord have mercy, I have no idea. I do like the detailing though, because it gives the ship less of a flat feel and more of an lively feel, like something is going on in this purposeful area. Half of me wants to say that that's engineering, but then I feel like that's way too close to a torpedo launcher. I mean, I know I said this could be engineering and the torpedo launcher is right at the back here, but at least that's a launcher system that may not have weapons on completely that close by. If the underside of this one goes off, if that goes up, you're screwed. We're going to move forwards a little bit here, and we get to the bridge. Now the bridge is technically my favourite thing on this design, for two major reasons. One, it keeps the Walker aesthetic of having the bridge underneath. Two, it's got that sentry node, which works really well. Three, I love the way the windows have been done. This is the first time I'm ever going to acknowledge this, so mark the date. This is the first time I've not had a problem with it. The windows on this bridge look fucking awesome, and they fit so well in with the aesthetic design of the Walker's bridge as well. You could use the Walker's bridge and it wouldn't feel out of place for this starship's design. God, I approve of that. So much so. Two torpedo launchers just in front of the bridge. Now, it's not the first time I've seen torpedo launchers so close to the bridge. I'm actually impressed by the fact that they show a more classic design of launcher. So where you've got these two very high-tech, new-age launchers used on the torpedo module and the rear torpedo launchers. You've got your classic quantum launchers, I'm going to assume these are at the front here. Oh, I've blended into the ship, don't mind me. They've got the classic feel to them, but at the same time, you can see they're multiple launcher modules again. So in this case, I would probably go with smaller torpedo types, Photon, Quantum, and maybe Micro. Not Micro, but some variant other type of torpedo launcher that's not normally as large. It's good to see them there, and I do appreciate that design aspect. Right. Up in here we go. Now we're going to the nose of the ship. You've got, personally, some of my funnier parts that on this ship. I have a little sort of a giggle at these bits here. Those blue lights at the front, I'm not sure whether you want to classify them as actual weapons. But to me, they can either be a form of weapon or drain system. It could be where the tachyon emitters are from. That could be how the ship uses its tachyon defense emitters or jammers. And I'm very suspicious as to why it looks like there's doors at the front of the ship. Very curious on that one. But we'll have to see before we know what that is. Whoa! God, the ship just felt even better to me. Final thing to really state before we take a more zoomed out approach to the ship. We got our two cannon emitters. Now this part I felt wasn't very necessary on the ship, but it is funny seeing it. One cannon on one side, one cannon on the other. They've probably not got all that much firepower to them. They're probably your atypical pulse cannons, but it's funny seeing them there. It's that little bit extra detailing. Now then, let's take a zoomed out approach. First of all, I know a lot of people have been bugged about the fact that the ship itself feels very bulky. And certainly from the angle, it looks bulky, doesn't it? But what I really appreciate is that with that bulk, you can feel like it's not there needlessly. It's all got a purpose. It's got a design inspiration that's backing it up and giving it reason to be there. Also, the fluid lines of the ship, this whole thing just feels right to me. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but she is... No, she's 100%. She's become my favourite looking ship in this game. Definite number one. Very easy to do. I love the window placements all over. I love the larger / smaller windows being used in each section. That gives a life to the ship. Gives a good feel to the ship. It really just... It makes it feel so much better to me. And I feel like whoever designed this one... God, give him some credit, please. He's done such a good job with the ship. It's so bleeding beautiful. I mean, hang on. Whoop. Just every viewpoint that you could take to look at this ship. Every viewpoint, she looks blasted good. You can't say that about all the ships in this game. That every viewpoint looks good. Almost all the ships. There's a few ships that look good from most of their viewpoints, but this one is just a whole nother starship. I love all the pennants on this ship. I love the flow of the feel. I love where her name has been, her actual name and registries have been put in each of its segments. The side approach for the naming and that. It's just... I'm getting lost in euphoria with just how much I like this ship's design. So let's get round to the bit that you guys now really were probably dying to see, and that is her beautiful shield visuals. Time to jump back into the normal game and out of demo record, I guess. So here we are back in the game. Sorry about the lack of a render scale that's happened now. But hey, we get to have a bit of fun with this. So, upper she comes. Oh gosh, she's dismantling herself. First of all, we take a look at the Alliance Vanity Shield, which possibly could be one of the better ones. Well, to a varying degree, it is quite a nice look on the ship. I love how the torpedo launchers are now twin launchers at the back. It's like the Alliance doesn't quite get as powerful launchers. Oh dear. What are they like? Not a bad look. Now I already know how this one looks. Biol. Oh. You see? That's a beauty look. I'm a fan of this aesthetic design. It just looks so good. Next up, we will assimilate her, Borg Vanity Shield. But not so good on her, in my personal opinion. Biol definitely has the better feeling and better look at the moment. Up to Discovery. Now, this one better look good. When you have a Discovery ship, it really needs to look good with Discovery areas. So, yeah. I mean, she doesn't look bad. I'll give her that. Not sure what's going on the back of the mega phases there, though. And nice to see they still haven't fixed the texture issue with the torpedo launchers. Don't think they'll ever fix that, if I'm honest. They just don't care to fix texturing issues. Emperor's Vanity Shield. Again, this is a Discovery based one, so it should look good. Now this one, yeah, this looks good. This one looks very good. I appreciate and approve. Ooh. Probably my second favourite so far. By all, obviously my favourite. Let's muster, beat it up a bit. Valkyrie Vanity Shield. Okay, I'm just gonna knock the tint a bit because I know what it does every time you do this anyway. Look at that. Look at that metal. Look how good that actually looks. The shimmering shine going on there. Oh, you little fudge. That is such a good look for the ship. Why can't we get more of this metal pattern on other designs? Ones that don't look so rusty and beaten up. Yes, Cryptic, I am asking for that. Give it to me. Okay, then we have... Oh. I don't want to put it on. Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield, the washout shield. Fucking hell. It's proven me wrong a couple of times where it's done it and it actually makes the ship look better. But I wish you'd do it a little bit more often than the actual Blue Moon. Because this is just pathetic at this point. Come on, Cryptic. The USS Kelvin didn't have such a bad blooming design. Why does this have it? Ah, oh, give it some appreciation. Okay, medical vanity shield. The moment that kicked in, I didn't like it. Wow, I don't even know why I didn't like it. I just straight up didn't like it at all. Oh. Oh yeah, no. That I don't like it. It doesn't suit the ship at all. I think the deflector's the bit that... The deflector triggered it and my brain just couldn't unsee it. And seeing it all. Oh, but this... No, that's nice. Hello, oh, that is nice. Hello, Platinum. Platinum's doing its thing. Just kind of fitting considering Platinum is what I use in the USS Ptolemaeus series. Platinum was by your votes as well. I do appreciate having my viewers decide how certain things will be done. Always gives more life and a feel to what I'm working on. Okay, and finally on the vanities we have Section 31 vanity. This actually looks really good. I wasn't expecting it to be all that good. Oops, I accidentally just right-clicked when I didn't mean to. It's a nice look for the ship, I'll give it that. That's just darker. Okay, now onto reputation and R&D. First off is the R&D crab, which is the Aegis. I'm just going to give it a quick pin around because we all know the Aegis by now. It just adds really weird markings across the ship. It's one of the ones I should probably drop, especially with how often it just makes things look worse. And it still ain't my least favourite vanity shield. That's a funny thing to say. Reputation. Assimilated regenerative shield. This one's good because it shows the ship assimilated. I'm going to do a quick ping around of this because in a minute we're going to be doing another second ping around. And okay. Now let's ping and ping. Good. Oh, good. The deflector was right where it should have been. I'd have been really pissed off if they put that in the wrong spot. I think the deflector I could give a pass on. It doesn't really work well, does it? The impulse array looks pretty damn good there. Pretty damn tidy. And, oh! It might not be perfectly melded on there. Yeah, a bit melded onto the warp. Sorry, the warp nacelle. Yeah, that could do with being realigned a little bit. Doesn't look good. Full assimilation looks rubbish. You disappointed me today, Borg. You have disappointed me today. Bejor, would you like to bring it back for me? Oh, just to confirm for you guys, this one is called the Bajoran Defense Covariant Shield. This is a mission earned one. Acquired through doing the right mission, and it's not actually that bad either. Part of a pretty good set as well. It's not like game-changing set, but a pretty decent set to get, just to say. Reputation again with the counter command covariant, which it looks alright. Probably would look better if I was having a much darker hull on it. The tones are a bit offset with the white. Don't work so well for me. Oh, god damn it. My hand's twitching, I'm so sorry. Interesting. Then we have Reputation again, Delta Alliance Unimatrix Shield. Expecting this one to be atrocious and to be a swear basket for me. Normally is. Luckily though, the glow green elements aren't too big on this ship. And that appears to be neutralizing the normal hissy fit I have. Oh my word. Ooh. Shit, I like it. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that. Wow. First time I've really approved of this shield. And I do approve of it big. Wow, okay. That's a change. It's a pleasant change, actually. Good to be proven wrong once in a while. Dicing Regenerative Shield Array. Again, we're talking Reputation. Good look. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. I do. Ooh, the cylinder at the bottom is probably my favourite spot there in this Pacific Vanity or visual. Next up, we go to Reputation Iconian Resistance Resilient Shield Array, which looks interesting on the deflector over there. Normally, this one is one of the ones I dislike again. Yeah, and I'm going to follow up the disliking path here. This one has had no changes in my opinion. Still very negative. One of these days. One of these days. Tongue Twister, fully autistic. Lucari, restoration, intuitive, regenerative, shield array. Mark the date again. That's the first time I've said that without really struggling. I'm being blinded by the glowing lights. I'm not being blinded, but you know what I mean. Not keen on those extremely bold glowing lines. Yeah, I'm not keen. Not keen. Attention, all ships activities are fuck off. Next up, reputation, Mako, resilient shield array. Which does about what you'd expect. I mean, it feels alright. Darker hull skin again would probably work a little bit better for this one. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. There's a brain below me now. Okay. Hello. Nukara, crystalline resilient shields. Reputation again. One of my personal favourites. It may be old, but it's still among my favourites. It's a good look. It's a very good look. I do like her design. Whoop. Prevailing, innovated, resilient shield array. This is reputation. There are varying types of this one. It's from the competitive reputation. So varying names for it, but they should all have the same look. There's a lot of fighting going on below me. Have fun with that down there. Hey guys, how you doing? You know, this one actually looks quite good for me. I like the look. I like the fact that the weapon strips are glowing. A few areas of chroming, which is kind of standing out against the matted feel of the rest of the hull. Don't approve of that part. There's not enough of it to really warrant it. Romulan Advanced Prototype Variant Shield, a reputation once more. God, there are plenty of reputation ones, aren't there? Doesn't look too bad, actually. This one doesn't look too bad. Again, probably look better with a darker hull initially, rather than the white hull, but it's a look. And it's not really a bad one. Temporal defense intuitive. I just did it with the Lucari. Temporal defense intuitive. Temporal defense intuitive regenerative shield array. Hello guys, I can speak English. Actually worked that time. Reputation. With the Garakstails / sandpaper / whatever you want to call it, markings in the grooves that I like the detailing of, and doesn't work too well on. Rainbow. I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but not my favourite. Driving myself nuts having to stretch halfway across the screen each time. Yoink. Terran Task Force Variant Shield Array, a reputation one more time, and actually a pretty good one. Because, oh yeah, knew that was going to look good. Wow. Hello there. It's one of those solids. Hello there. I've come to cause trouble. Even within the grooves, this looks so damn good. Oh, that might be the whole type I fly with. I think that just became my favourite. Wow. Mission acquired. Dielectric oscillating resilient shields. Also the one I refer to as the trash bin. Green shields. Have fun with that. I've got nothing to say on it because I doubt I'm going to like it. I don't like it. Of course I don't like it. I never like this one. It's like, why am I even hoping that I might like it? The chance of me liking this one is so low. Ah! Why are you so rubbish? Why do you look so bad? Right, off. You can tell I don't like it. I've never even upgraded the weapon since I got it. Jemadar, though, doesn't make sense because I do like Jemadar. Jemadar Resilient Shield Array. It's a shame the Facade housing isn't purple. That's all I'm going to say. It made it work so much better. I will say this, it looks really damn nice. With exception given to the facade housing, which I guess you can sort of pass because purple and orange do sort of work together. Finally, you love it or you hate it, it's definitely Marmite. Riemann Advanced Prototype Variant Shields. Again, this one is acquired both mission and reputation. The honeycomb hexagon patterns aren't too bad, aren't too over the top, so don't feel the need to diss them. It's a good look. It's a very good look, I do like it. But who am I kidding? Nothing beats the OC. Oh, it is just the original copy. Beautiful. Mine. Give it to me. Give it. It is mine. Yes. Absolutely adore the way this starship looks. Really, really don't think they could have done a better job with it. If I was going to... Let's go for a personal score. My personal score on this ship is... I'll give the design a 10 out of 10. STO, you've done absolutely stunning work with this design. I absolutely love its look. So yeah, I'll give you 10 out of 10 Cryptic with your absolute beauty of a starship. The evolution, the form following evolution, the fact that they've managed to evolve and evolve again and not get anything really off with this whole precept of evolution. It's just beautifully done. I'm so happy seeing this. Do you guys like the design? I really hope you approve it just as much as I do. Let me know in the comments what you think, and since this is now the end of the video, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. And a huge, huge thank you to Skyhawkings, Tribal Typhoon, and Dante Demonic, who have literally made this video possible. This Patreon donation and Twitch subscription support has literally just really helped this channel grow. Thank you guys so very, very much for this support. And hopefully anyone new to the channel will consider subscribing. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider liking the video, as that will very much help it out in the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to check out the links below for our description for our Discord, where Skyhawkings, the Discord master, has made things very nice and easy to use, and is the best place to keep up to date on everything I'm working on. With all this being said, guys, again, thank you for watching. Until next time, Ciao for now. Live long and prosper, my friends. Helm, get the hell out of here. We need to fly.